Hello and welcome to a special version of Subfacts.
I think you've said like 9 different introductions to
I know. We're doing a special thing here, folks. We're doing the Mooney reaction videos because if you've listened to our show, you know that Mooney's music taste is very limited. Very limited.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, he doesn't listen to anything, folks. And so a lot of times in the show, I'm talking about various bands and music, and it just goes right over the head because he has no idea who I'm talking about.
I should say like 80s, Billy Joel, Bare Naked Ladies, some stuff in the early 90s. If it came out after 95, I probably,
Yeah, he doesn't know. So...
Except for Bare Naked Ladies, who were...
Exactly. So what we wanted to do was basically introduce Mooney to different bands that are in the lexicon of the world, and just so he can understand like a little bit who they are and what they do and all that kind of good stuff. So
bands I probably wouldn't know. Like I said, just like we said, we gave you the scope. Not obscure bands, but bands that are probably aggressive, probably not in the U.S. Outside of U.S. and...
Yeah, you typically stick with like U.S. and Canadian bands for the most part, I think. I don't know why geography plays a part in that, but...
Well, because I don't Google like bands from other countries.
Well, okay, so today's band in this episode, we're going to do the Sex Pistols, which is you've heard the name.
I've heard the name.
You've never heard a single song?
I've seen the T-shirts.
Yeah.
I've heard them. They've been in movies before, right? People have mentioned.
Oh yeah, the Sex Pistols are like pivotal when it comes to punk.
Pivotal.
Like literally, you can't claim to be a fan of punk and not like the Sex Pistols.
Right.
You're pretty much
like Blink 182 is probably as punk as I get, and I know that they can say
not even close. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
What are some other punk bands?
Like the Ramones, the Clash.
I do like the Ramones. So would the Ramones be influenced by Sex Pistols or the same time frame?
Roughly same time frame. And you guys, by the way, if I'm wrong, write in the comments.
Yeah, please.
I could be wrong.
We'd love to be corrected.
If I'm correct, the Ramones were first, and then
first Sex Pistols. Okay.
Then the Sex Pistols, but they were on different. They were different sides of the pond. So the Ramones were in America, whereas the Sex Pistols were in England.
Okay.
And so...
and that's probably why I know the Ramones and like the Ramones.
I will say they don't, in my opinion, they don't sound alike.
Yes, that's a little scary because I do like the Ramones.
Yes. So...
I'm not opposed to punk. Not opposed.
So we're going to introduce you to the Sex Pistols, folks. Folks, you know the Sex Pistols.
You know.
Mooney doesn't know the Sex Pistols.
I don't know.
So for the Sex Pistols introduction, you're going to be listening to a song, a little ditty, called God Save the Queen.
I think you're going to say a little ditty about Jack and Diane, but...
I know. So you knew that one. Here we go.
Okay.
Sid Vicious.
Sid Vicious is his name?
Yeah.
What?
And the funny thing is, they're on a boat that's outside on the river that's outside of the Queen's Palace,
and they're singing this song? Okay, I can dig the music. His voice weirds me out.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Johnny Rotten, solid.
The music's good. Does he have another song? Like, is it just this song? Like, I don't know if I can. I'm halfway there. Like, I'm not out and I'm not in. I'm in between right now. Because I like the
music
the jam.
is catchy.
The music, the drumming is nice.
I will say the
I like the look. It's a unique look.
The songs are sung similarly, so
yeah.
But it's punk. It's anti-establishment. So
I'm a little, like I said, I'm having a hard time committing because I don't know if I would buy their music. I don't know if I would, like, put them on YouTube as I'm driving home or get anything on iTunes. It's just his voice bugs me a little bit.
Really?
Like the Ramones have the Johnny Ramone or whoever the lead singer is. He's got a good voice.
Yeah.
Like party in the backseat. This one's a little.
See, for me, I like Johnny Rotten's voice or singing better.
Well, you know why? It's a little. I think
it's more like wild card.
You like angry. He's a little angry-ish sounding, not full angry. Yeah, he's not like whatever that last lady you played.
Yeah, he's anti-establishment. So, I love punk music, and I love the Sex Pistols. They really only have one album, but
that's it.
One real album.
Oh, one real album. Okay.
You punk fans will know. Anyway, I love it. I'll listen to Sex Pistols all day long.
Okay, I mean, can you put? It's hard to queue up another song, but I don't know.
We can do it in another video.
Yeah, I would have to give them another try. I'm willing to give them another try. I don't want to give them 2 thumbs down just yet. I really don't. I'm open-minded. We had 2 bands that you played that I'm closing the door on immediately. Like they're, not getting a second chance. Well, okay. I'll give them a second chance for the sake of entertainment. But this one, I'd be proactive in listening to another song.
We're selling a car at this point. So anyway, so maybe that's where other folks. I thought "God Save the Queen" would be a good intro for you.
It's a good intro,
Sex Pistols wise.
It's a good intro.
I think maybe this is one where you
don't want me to be swayed either like yes or no. So I mean, it's an in betweener.
It's not scary. It's not.
No, absolutely not.
So
punk's not scary.
Yeah. So it's not scary. It's not intimidating by any stretch of the imagination. I think, folks, if you think that
I kind of went in with a different impression. I was hoping more like, like
More, I think this is what. Well, I think this is
more like, he's more like lackadaisical.
No future.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's a little bit like, like you said.
Yeah, I think, but see, this is the point of this whole experiment here.
Like I say, here's the thing. I'll listen, like I said, anything, but I don't like the angry. I don't like the, I hate the world stuff. Like, why do you got to do that? Like, can't you just sing normal?
Well, the whole point of punk is they're very anti-establishment. So at the time, keep in mind.
But you can sing normal. You can sing the lyrics about being anti-establishment. So you don't need to act that way.
So one of the funny things is actually, at the time of punk, there was all the huge arena rock bands that were very technically savvy and clean, and everything that you listened to, you would know,
of course.
And so, funny example, Johnny Rotten, the lead singer, he was found by Malcolm McLaren, who was their producer, the manager, put them together basically, because he was wearing a shirt that said "I hate Pink Floyd," and the whole thing was. I hate.
That's how we got discovered.
Yeah, because it's like I hate the stuff that's out there.
Right, the mainstream.
I want to be the anti that, and so that's what they put together. So it's a band that instrumentally is not necessarily the greatest. Singing, it basically taught people that you can still make music, good music too, even if you don't really know how to fully play your instrument. But if they were that good,
why only one album? Why only one album?
Greatest move ever. They essentially broke up. And what they did one of the greatest concert moves ever. They played in, I believe it was in LA.
Okay.
They go in and they were, thinking about breaking up. They had big fights, all this kind of stuff.
The band members had big fights.
Yeah, the band members. So they go in there, they played like one song or 2 songs, and basically Johnny Rotten just goes, "Hey folks, have you ever felt like you've been, screwed?" And then just dropped the mic and they ended it. That was it.
What?
Just walked off and broke up. Awesome.
So they broke up on stage officially and only played 2 songs, and everyone who paid money to see the concert.
Yes.
No, gone. I
think he said something like, "Have you ever felt like you've been swindled?" or something along those lines.
What in the
folks? You can correct me in the comments.
Now you're making me not like them.
They've come back. They've reformed again, and that's stuff.
Okay.
Also, there's a great movie, Sid and Nancy. It's about Sid Vicious, the bass player, and his girlfriend Nancy, who she got killed. She died, and he was up for murder.
What?
And then he died of a heroin overdose. So,
whoa.
Yeah, so he was up on charges for her murder.
Whoa.
There's a whole thing going
on.
Whole thing going on with the Sex Pistols.
Okay.
So, it's stuff you can pay attention to.
Okay.
So, anyway, so it's a half. It's a half.
We're 2-2-1. Like in hockey season, that's a tie.
Yeah, there you go.
In hockey, you have ties.
Yeah, okay. So Sex Pistols, we tried it out.
I mean, early hockey you had ties. Now you don't anymore.
And now you can at least say you've heard them.
Yes.
That helps. Okay.
So now I can be fair. Well, I'd have to listen to a few more songs, but I can be more fair about judging.
Okay. So if there's any songs that you think that Mooney should listen to, put them in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe to this, and we'll play them.
Boom. And listen to us. Subfacts Podcast. Boom.
Boom.